what to me is so fascinating about capitalism as a Christian is that capitalism in one way is completely simpatico with the Bible in one way.
Is it?
Yes. And in another way, it's completely against the Bible.
Right.
It's real interesting. And the way in which it's against the Bible is that the Bible prescribes as the ideal system of humanity, whether it be government, social, financial, doesn't matter. Any type of system in human system. The perfect ideal system is charity. Mm-hmm. Charity. But charity...
Okay, wait. Can you please define charity?
Okay.
Because this is...
yes, that's a good... Yeah, because I'm using a King James Bible
okay,
language.
good. Because I'm not... I need to define charity because I don't want charity... I need a definition of it.
Right.
Like, what is the biblical definition of charity? What are the boundaries? When does it stop becoming charity?
Okay, so charity in the King James Bible is a word that is used to differentiate what we might call everyday love from a love that is completely selfless. Mm-hmm. So in the Bible, in the King James Bible, when it uses the word charity, it is speaking of this perfect, idealistic love, where you, and love is not in a feeling, but it's where you care more or care about the other person and not yourself.
Okay, but you can also use discretion with that love, though. You can be...
What do you mean?
Okay, so, well, you know what?
No, go ahead.
No, because I need to hear the definition first,
Right.
and then I can jump back to this one.
So love, biblically, love is not a feeling. It is a decision. Mm-hmm. So when Jesus says, love your enemies, first off, it isn't that they stop being your enemies. So you can have an enemy, someone you don't trust, someone you wouldn't hang out with, someone you would have a gun to protect yourself from, but you can love them. Mm-hmm. So it's not a feeling. It's a decision.
Okay, so...
Go ahead.
So what is the action that follows that decision?
Putting that person's well-being before your own. That's what love is.
Okay.
And then Paul, mainly, the Bible does in a couple places, but Paul really is the one who cemented the Christian view of charity. Not charity in the modern sense, of the King James Bible word sense. When he wrote 1 Corinthians 13, that charity suffereth long, charity does this. If I have everything and I don't have charity, I'm nothing, right? So he wrote that beautiful chapter of 1 Corinthians 13.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
It is. It's the most beautiful expression of love there is. Mm-hmm. And in that you find what he's talking about, this perfect, idealistic love that is not about what you feel about somebody. It isn't about a relationship you have with somebody. Mm-hmm. It is about saying, I'm putting that person before myself, their interest before my interests. That's the ideal system.
Okay.
And in that system, you don't need police. You don't need government. You don't need finances. You don't need money, because it's charity.
That's impossible.
Well, it's impossible now. Right. Now,
I don't think it's ever been possible.
No, it never has, but it will be.
Yes.
It will be, right? And that's
it's
what
we
he's
hope
saying.
for.
It is what it is right. It is what we have an earnest expectation to.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? And that's another word you have to define out of the Bible, because people hear hope, and they hear hope as in, I hope so. Like, maybe not, I hope, maybe. But in the Bible, hope is certain expectation.
Right.
So it's like when you're real cold at night and you're out in the field like camping, you're super cold, and you say, I'm hoping for the sunrise. Mm-hmm. Well, you're not hoping for it in the sense that it might not happen.
I expect
You're hoping, saying it is going to happen, and I can't wait for it to happen.
Right.
And that's the hope we have in this charitable, this charity paradigm that God is going to establish. But that's the perfect system, charity. Well, capitalism is destroyed by charity. Because capitalism only works and when everyone seeks their own interest.
Right.
To give you an example, it's like
hold on.
Okay.
Capitalism only works
if everybody is looking out for themselves.
Okay.
That's the only way it works. That is why it works. We'll get to that. So here's the example. Hold on. Here's the illustration.
Okay.
The illustration is, let's say you're playing poker. Okay. Everyone's playing poker. Now, poker can be a lot of fun. But there's two requirements for playing poker to make it fun. One is you have to play with real money. It has to be your own money. Because if you're playing with fake money or other people's money, you're just throwing money.
Yeah, there's no risk.
There's no risk.
Yeah.
So it has to be your money.
And it's not a thoughtful game.
That's right.
It's just there's no rhyme or reason.
I bet everything on this. I have 2 twos.
Yeah, You're playing like kids in Monopoly right now.
Yes, exactly. So it has to be that. And And everyone has to be competitive. You have to want to win. If you're sitting there and you're playing poker and you're playing with three and she's playing, and Terry, you put the camera on you, Terry, just so everyone knows you're there. There you go.
By the way, we're forcing Terry to join in pretty soon.
Terry's doing Nolan's job today. So if you don't like the camera work, that's all Terry's fault. Well, actually, it's Nolan's fault.
Concentration on doing. I can't even think.
Okay, so if we're all playing poker and Terry starts saying, "I just like you guys so much. I want you to win. I'm going to bet big when I have bad hands because I want you to win."
Okay, but
the poker game falls apart.
Whoa, no way. Right, because then the only way that capitalism can also work is with competitiveness. And if she no longer becomes competitive, then that breaks the system.
That's her caring for her interests. That's right.
So charity can't exist in capitalism.
No. Well, charity can exist in people who are practicing capitalism,
but capitalism,
but not to the ideal, not to the state of the ideal.
Right, but in order for capitalism to generate profit, there has to be competition.
Yeah, there has to be self-interest.
Yes, competition can't exist inside the biblical definition of charity.
No, exactly right. So charity kills capitalism.
Yep.
Now, small amounts of charity can exist in capitalism and not cause any problem.
Right.
Right. But the more charity, and by that I mean real love, there is in the system, the worse capitalism performs. But it's not a bad thing because people behave better.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like you end up with some terrible system. It's not like charity's bad in there, but it is killing capitalism. It is a beneficial poison.
Yeah.
And when Christ comes and establishes worldwide, complete, true charity, capitalism is dead.
All right.